When your ears turn red, someone is talking about you, or so the saying goes. One cannot help but wonder if it is true. Do our names hold power? Are names the key to making contact with those who have crossed to the other side? And if so, what if we condemn those who we think have moved on? Be careful with what you say. You may not know who is around to hear it. Simply put, do not speak ill of the dead. When I was about 7 years old, my family and I traveled to Brownsville, Texas, to attend Great-Grandma Rosa's funeral. After the funeral, it began to rain very hard. It came down in sheets, making it impossible to see the road. My mother, father, and brother remained in our station wagon waiting for the rain to stop. Being the impatient child that I was becoming more and more irritable and said, "Why can't we go home? We wouldn't even have to be here if it weren't for stupid Grandma Rosa's funeral." My mother turned around from the passenger seat and harshly said, "Don't ever speak ill of the dead." I sat back in my seat and hugged my pink teddy bear in anger. We made it home and headed to bed. I always slept with a night light on because I was afraid of the dark. I always felt the presence of something in my room, lurking in the darkness. That night, my night light burnt out. I must have been sleeping with my head hanging off the bed on my stomach because I was awakened by what felt like 2 sharp fingernails scratching each side of the back of my neck. I lifted myself up and turned over on my back, and noticed the darkness of my room. My heart was pounding and my breathing became heavy. I pulled my blanket up to my neck and my feet were exposed. I thought I must be dreaming. But then I felt a single finger press down on the tip of my big toe. I began to scream. My door was closed and I screamed, "I am sorry. I'm sorry, Grandma Rosa." My mom rushed into the room and turned on the light. I told her, "Someone is in my room. It's Grandma Rosa. She is mad at me." My mother said there was no one in my room. By this time I was hysterically crying and asked to sleep in their room, which I did. There were several times after this event where I would wake up in the middle of the night, look at my night light, and it would burn out before my eyes. That's when the shadows would start to dance around my room, causing me to cry out for my mother. I also wouldn't sleep facing the wall because I used to feel the side of my bed go down as if someone was sitting on the bed next to me or lean over me to see if I was sleeping. No one would be in the room. The next year, we adopted a cat and the events stopped. I've learned that cats ward off evil. This is why to this day, I have cats. I am no longer afraid of the dark. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Thank you.